In the Yoruba village of Ilanu, life was deeply rooted in faith, tradition, and community bonds. At the center of this vibrant village stood a grand church, its bells echoing through the land every Sunday. Pastor Ayaton, a devout and humble man, had led the congregation for over a decade, earning the respect and admiration of the villagers. By his side was his wife, Arishala, a graceful woman known for her quiet strength. Despite their esteemed position, the couple bore a private sorrow, a childless marriage that weighed heavily on their hearts. As the years passed, whispers began to spread through the village. Why has God withheld children from them? Some asked. Others speculated about hidden sins or ancestral curses. While Ayaton held firmly to his faith, Arishala struggled beneath the weight of judgment. The silent stares of women at the market, the whispered conversations that ceased when she entered the room, all of it eroded her spirit. One fateful evening, after another fruitless prayer vigil, Arishala made a decision that would change their lives forever. She ventured into the dense forest surrounding the village, her destination a small hut hidden deep within the trees. There lived Mama Olahan, a mysterious old woman known for her connection to the spiritual realm. The villagers spoke of her in hushed tones, some calling her a seer, others a sorceress. The journey through the forest was eerie. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth, and the faint rustle of leaves seemed to echo louder than it should. When Arishala finally reached Mama Olahan's hut, she was greeted by the flickering light of an oil lamp and the smell of burning herbs. The old woman sat cross-legged on a mat, her eyes sharp and piercing. "What brings you here, child of man?" Mama Olahan asked, her voice gravelly but commanding. Arishala fell to her knees, tears streaming down her face. "I seek a child, Mama. I have prayed, I have fasted, but the heavens remain silent. Please, help me." Mama Olahan studied her for a long moment before speaking. "The child you seek will come, but know this, such a gift comes at a price. She will not be entirely yours. Forces beyond your understanding will claim a part of her. Do you accept this burden?" Desperation outweighed caution, and Arishala nodded. Mama Olahan handed her a small charm wrapped in cloth and instructed her to perform a ritual under the light of the full moon. "The child will come," she said, "but she will bring both light and shadow to your life." Months later, during a fierce thunderstorm, Arishala gave birth to a baby girl. The storm, which had raged violently, stopped the moment the child let out her first cry. The villagers, awakened by the unusual storm, gathered outside Ayaton's home, murmuring in awe. "Her arrival has silenced the storm," one elder whispered. "Perhaps she is a blessing," another said. "Or a curse," a third muttered, eyes narrowed. The child was named Omadora, meaning one who brings beauty. Though her parents rejoiced, the village was divided. Her peculiar birth, coupled with her striking features, luminous eyes that seemed to glow in certain light, made some uneasy. As Omadora grew, it became clear she was no ordinary child. By the age of 5, she demonstrated a unique ability to sense deceit and foresee danger. Once, she warned a farmer about a collapsing granary moments before it happened, saving his life. Another time, she uncovered a plot by traders to cheat villagers at the market. While some praised her as a gift from God, others grew wary. "She sees too much," some said. "It is unnatural." "She is a witch," others whispered, keeping their children away from her. Omadora felt the weight of their suspicion but found solace in her parents' love and in the church, where she spent hours reading and praying. Her only companion was a stray dog she named Eo, who followed her everywhere. Among the congregation was Deacon Akinola, a man whose outward piety masked deep ambition. Akinola had long envied Ayaton's influence and dreamed of leading the church himself. Omadora's peculiar nature provided him with the opportunity he had been waiting for. One day, while overhearing gossip, Akinola learned about Arishala's visit to Mama Olahon years ago. Realizing the potential to discredit Ayaton, he began plotting. Over the weeks, he subtly spread doubt among the villagers, questioning the origins of Omodora's abilities. The tension reached a boiling point during a church meeting. Akinola, his voice calm but laced with accusation, addressed the congregation. "Our leader is a man of God, but even the holiest among us must answer for hidden sins," he said. Murmurs filled the room as villagers exchanged uneasy glances. "What are you implying, Akinola?" Ayaton asked, his tone steady but tense. Akinola smirked. "Ask your wife, Pastor. Ask her about the night she went to the forest. Ask her about Mama Olahon." Gasps rippled through the crowd as all eyes turned to Arishala. Ayaton's heart sank as he realized the truth was about to come to light. The following Sunday, Akinola took things further. During the service, he stood before the congregation and accused Ayaton directly. "This child, Omodora, is not a gift from God," he declared. "She is the result of a covenant with dark forces. Can such a leader guide us?" The church erupted in chaos. Some defended Ayaton, while others demanded answers. Omodora, who had been sitting quietly, stood and walked to the center of the room. Despite her small stature, her presence commanded attention. "Deacon Akinola," she said, her voice calm but powerful, "you speak of hidden sins. Shall I reveal yours?" The room fell silent as Omodora began to expose Akinola's secrets, his theft from church funds, his alliances with rivals, and his envy-driven schemes. The congregation turned on him, and Akinola fled in disgrace. In the quiet that followed, Ayaton addressed the congregation. With tears in his eyes, he confessed the truth about Arishala's visit to Mama Olahon. "We acted out of desperation," he said. "But even in our failings, God's grace is sufficient." Moved by his honesty, the congregation forgave him. But Omodora knew her time in Alano had come to an end. That night, she packed a small bundle and prepared to leave. Her parents, heartbroken but understanding, stood at the edge of the village as she departed at dawn. "I am meant for more than this place," Omodora said, her eyes glowing faintly in the morning light. "I will return one day when my purpose is fulfilled." In the weeks that followed, Alano began to heal. Ayaton preached with a renewed sense of humility, and Arishala found peace tending a garden she planted in Omodora's honor. The villagers, inspired by the family's resilience, grew closer as a community. As for Omodora, her name became a legend, a reminder that light can emerge even from the darkest shadows, and that truth and courage always prevail.
Oh